Friends and students, hope you all are fine. I am Professor Kanwar Chauhan, Department of Sociology, MD University, Rohtak. Now I shall be discussing social change, concept and theories. Change is the law of nature. Change takes place in the physical as well as social world. This is more true to the society. In fact, change is inevitable. This is seen in human life as well. Social change is the change in social relationship. It may differ in regards to speed and form of change. It may be slow or it may be sudden. For Kingsley Davis, social change is meant only such alterations as occur in social organization, that is in structure and functions of society. Davis rightly said that social change is a part of cultural change. Cultural change is not mere social change. It also includes changes that take place in the field of arts, knowledge, belief, law, science, philosophy, technology, etc. Whereas McIver and Page think that social change is a distinct thing from culture or civilizational change, entering in a different way into the time process. They suggested that direct concern of sociologists is with social change. They also feel that society is network of various types of relationship, and any type of change in the social relationship results into a social change. About its characteristics, it can be said that social change is a universal phenomenon. The speed of social change is not uniform. It is very much influenced by time factor. And finally, no prediction can be made about social change. Friends, now we shall be discussing some of the major theories of social change. Conflict theory or Marxian theory was propounded by Karl Marx, and it is also called economic deterministic theory of social change. To him, socio-economic conditions are responsible for changing the man and his social life. His theory is based on material interpretation of history, class struggle, and economic determinism. It is the economic factor or economic determinism that is responsible for social change. Further, Marx suggested that when technology develops, that is, mode of production or forces of production, undergo certain changes. They leads to changes in social relationship and creation of new classes. He had accepted that the seeds of social change or social order are present in the old social order or the existing social order. All this evolve social change. Parsons' evolutionary theory's general orientation to the study of social change was shaped by biology to deal with this process. The important component of his paradigm is the process of differentiation. Parsons suggested that every society is composed of a series of subsystems that differ in terms of both their structure and functional significance for the larger society. New subsystems are differentiated as society evolves. They also must be more adaptive than earlier subsystems. Parsons' evolutionary paradigms essentially aspects was the idea of adaptive upgrading. He assumes that a society evolves, it grows generally better and is able to cope with its problem. Social and cultural theory was developed by Peterum Shurokin. His theory of social change was influenced by his theory of culture, which changes from one state or the other. Sorokin has presented an analysis on the human history in terms of socio-cultural dynamics on the basis of the study of historical facts. He said that the whole history of human race is the history of cultural change or the change of culture from one stage to the other. That is ideational culture, idealistic culture, and sensate culture. In this respect, he has presented an original idea. According to Sorokin, the changes that has taken place in the society is the result of the change in the culture. Cyclical theory of change was propounded by Arnold Toynbee in his book a study of history. He discovered 21 culture with a common pattern of growth and evolutionary history. The cumulative development of human culture is the result of the interplay between challenges and responses. Societies work out appropriate responses to challenges that arise first from the physical environment and later from social and political context. They may succumb to some of these challenges, but they survive and progress as others and are effectively met. The main thrust of Toynbee's work suggests the course of its history as a whole is cyclical. Ever long enduring culture climbed to a great height, each succeeding step a little bit better than the one preceding it. Hence, Toynbee's cyclical perspective is sometimes called the circular staircase theory of history. Oswald Spengler expounded rise and fall theory of civilization. He identified 8 great civilizations with a similar development and a similar destiny. For him, each society is like an organism, has birth, adolescent, youth, maturity, decline, and decay. The rising phase of society is referred to a culture and its declining phase as civilization. Finally, we shall be discussing Ogburn's theory of cultural lag. The term lag means remaining behind or getting delayed. The believer of this theory think that culture is a social inheritance, but with the passage of time, change take place in the social inheritance. As we know, culture consists of two elements, material and non-material culture. The process of change affects material aspects of culture easily and quickly, and as a result of these changes takes place quickly in the material aspects of culture. On the other hand, non-material aspects of social inheritance is affected by change at later stage. Thus, non-material culture lag behind material culture so far as social change is concerned. This is known as the theory of cultural lag. Thanks. Best wishes.